Good morning. Today I will be presenting on the meaning and importance of international finance. Let me begin with a few questions. What happens when an Indian company exports goods to the United States and receives payment in dollars? Who decides how much dollar is worth in rupees? And if that exchange rate changes overnight, who bears the impact? Can one country truly grow without interacting financially with others? In today's world, economies are deeply connected. Trade, investment, and currency movements link nations together. This interconnected financial relationship is what we call international finance. Let us move to the presentation. Let us begin by asking the very first and basic question. Why? Why the need of international finance? In today's interconnected global economy, countries are linked through trade, investment, and currency movements. A transaction between two countries involves not just goods or services, but also exchange rates, capital flows, and financial risk. First, global economic interdependence. No country is completely self sufficient. Nations depend on each other for resources, technology, and markets. This makes financial coordination essential. Second, exchange rate and risk management. Currency fluctuation directly affects trade profitability and inflation. International finance helps manage these uncertainties. Third, economic growth and capital mobility. Cross border investment and foreign direct investment promote development and global competitiveness. Therefore, international finance exists because modern economies cannot function in isolation. This comes to the uh, this brings us to the next slide, which is one. Now, let us answer the second question after we know why is international finance. Now, the second question is what is international finance? International finance is the study of financial interaction between countries. First, it examines cross border financial transactions such as trade payments and capital transfer. Second, it studies exchange rate determination, how currency values are set, and how fluctuations impact economies. Third, it covers international investment and capital flows, including foreign direct investment and portfolio investment. Fourth, it analyzes balance of payment and the international monetary system, which reflect a country's financial relationship with the rest of the world. In simple terms, international finance provides the structure that supports global economic interaction. After the first two questions, it brings us to the third and the main question. How does international finance operate? We did why we have international finance. Then we did what. Now we have how. Now the question is how does it actually operate? First, through foreign exchange markets where currencies are traded and exchange rates are determined by demand and supply. Second, through international capital markets where countries and corporations raise funds globally. Third, through multinational corporations which operate in multiple countries and transfer capital, technology, and profit across borders. Fourth, through global financial institutions like the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, which promote financial stability and economic development worldwide. Together, these mechanisms form the backbone of the international finance. Everything today comes with its own challenges, but what are the top challenges in international finance? Despite its importance, international finance faces significant challenges. First, exchange rate volatility creates uncertainty in trade and investment decisions. Second, global financial crises can spread rapidly due to interconnected markets. Third, political and economic uncertainty, such as trade restrictions or geopolitical tensions, affect investor confidence and capital flows. These challenges highlight the complexity of managing global financial systems in today's world. Importance of international finance. International finance plays a crucial role in global development. It facilitates international trade by providing the financial framework for cross border transactions. It encourages foreign investment, which brings capital, technology, and employment opportunities. It promotes economic growth by connecting countries to global markets. And it ensures financial stability by helping managing exchange rate risk and balance of payment issues. Without international finance, global economic cooperation uh, would be possible. Now, let us consider studying a case study, which is the famous global financial crisis of 2008. A powerful example of the importance of international finance is the 2008 global financial crisis. It originated in the United States with the collapse of the housing market and major financial institutions. Due to interconnected banking systems, the crisis quickly spread to Europe, Asia, and other regions. Global trade declined, investment reduced, and stock market crashed worldwide. Institutions like the International Monetary Fund provided financial assistance to stabilize affected economies. The key lessons was clear. Global financial systems are interconnected and risk management and international cooperation are essential. Thus, we can conclude that international finance is really important in today's life. To conclude, international finance connects nations, manages risk, facilitates trade, and supports economic growth. In a globalized world, financial cooperation is not optional, it is essential. Ultimately, international finance connects nations, drives growth, and ensures stability in an increasingly globalized world. Thank you.